up, friends? This is Jasmine, and you're watching M&J Games. If you haven't noticed, we are in a new game today. This is Planet Zoo. This is my first video for Planet Zoo, so if you enjoy this video, please let me know, and maybe I will make some more. So this park I am calling Manderley Zoo, just because one of my favorite books is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and if you aren't familiar with that book, Manderley is the setting of that book. And so anyway, that's the background for that. But I'm calling this zoo Manderley Zoo. This is in franchise mode for Planet Coaster. Oh my gosh, Planet Zoo. So if you aren't familiar with Planet Zoo, in franchise mode, it's very similar to challenge mode in Planet Coaster. You start off with a limited budget and you have challenges that you have to complete in order to get some little bonus money. So the only difference in Planet Zoo is that in franchise mode, you can create multiple zoos under your franchise, and they get to share conservation credits and also research. So this is my fourth attempt at a franchise zoo park. So I keep calling it a park. Sorry, guys. This is my fourth attempt. So I do have a little bit of conservation credits already. I'm at 1242. I believe you start off with 200, I think. And I think you also I'm on the medium level also. So, and in that one, your budget, you start off with $40,000. And I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really frustrated because I actually recorded everything that I had built in this park so far, and then my screen went black, and it did save the game, which I'm very grateful for, but I lost my recording. So this will not be me showing you, you know, my builds as I build them. It's just me kind of going over what I've done so far. So that's my preface, and I'll sort of show you around a little bit. So I am attempting to build everything myself in this zoo, so I don't want to use anything from the workshop, and I don't want to use any blueprints. So this is the very first thing that I built, which is this sort of restroom, information, and just a memento building. At first, I thought I was going to do like a classic sort of theme where I had a lot of brick buildings and things like that. But if you are familiar with my designs in Planet Coaster, I tend to do a lot of modern looking things just because it's easier to do. They're easier to build, and you can kind of create modular buildings, and that's just kind of how a lot of modern buildings are. So until I get better with Planet Zoo, I probably will be creating a lot of modular looking buildings. So that's just my sort of disclaimer there. But I really do like the different paths that are in Planet Zoo. I think this might be my favorite. And I think you can see my menu on this recording, hopefully. But there are lots of different options, and so that's one thing that I really do like about Planet Zoo. And I really appreciate Frontier for putting in different sort of paths, designs, excuse me, from Planet Coaster. So that's really cool. And then they also have these staff paths. So guests can't walk on them. They're only for staff, which I really appreciate. I feel like that could be something that they could add to Planet Coaster if they really wanted to. So if you are not familiar with Planet Zoo, I'll just explain a little bit. So this is a conservation information board. So one thing in Planet Zoo that you have to do is you have to increase your education for the guests. And so I like to plop these down, and just because they give a little bit of information about things, like this one has climate change on it. They have lots of different topics you can pick from, and they're actually really interesting to read just as a player. So I like to plop these around in the park. I'm sure, everybody does that. But I thought it would be cool to make this cute. And so I made this little sort of building to go with it. And this is it says it's 12 objects, but this is a wooden wall piece. And then I also, on the back, I added, let me just enter the group mode. I added this New World Arch Leaves metal panel, which I think looks really cool on the back. And then on the front, I have this little awning, a wooden New World, I know it's a New World theme awning. And then there's like this sort of glass archway around it. So I think that looks really cool. I'm not sure if I will attempt to create different designs for these, or if I will keep this one and it'll just be the same throughout. I'll probably change them, or at least have like two different versions of this, just because I think it's just a little something to make these little information boards more interesting. So over here is my staff section, and in Planet Zoo you really have to separate your staff buildings because they negatively affect the guests. So this is just very, very basic. I basically copied the same materials from my little shop building. This is the painted brick. Let me click in here. This is the painted brick door piece. And then I have a little trim for a wooden plank wall around it. And then I just thought it would be kind of cool to have like windows, but I didn't want it to be like a full covering. So I'm not like 100% in love with this, but I think it looks kind of cool. And then I added the lights. So and then over here, this is like a separate. If I can work this controls, this is a separate staff little building. So, and another thing about Planet Zoo that I really like is you can actually go into these buildings and you can see like there's a little staff member hanging out in here, and there's like a little kitchenette and couches, and I think that's so adorable. And this is nothing that I built. This is just what comes with these little staff rooms. So I'll show you. What is this? I think this is like this is the little research center. So it's just like a little office, and there's like a dispenser for gloves. Like, that's so cute. And it's just like little things like that really make Planet Zoo stand out. This one doesn't have anything. I think this one does. Yeah, so this is like the little zookeeper space, and this is where they make the food for the animals. It's just so cute. Sorry, I'm not really. I can't really move this around a lot because this space is so tiny. But you can see like there's like bananas and a watermelon, and so it's really cute. Okay. So, it's snowing. So I need to, let me see how my animals are doing. So this first little habitat that I created is for llamas. It looks like they're doing okay, actually. So this map is I believe it's a North American deciduous. No, I have to get these Planet Coaster terms out of my system. Okay, not deciduous. This is a temperate biome. and this is a North American map. And I wish I had said that earlier when it wasn't snowing, because you really can't tell what it looks like right now. But but you can see like the space is pretty large. There's no way I'm gonna fill all of this up. So just gonna zoom back in here. Okay, yeah. So I guess my little llamas are doing okay. So so yeah. And I also made this little llama house. This is, what is this? A wooden plank wall, and I put these little lights on it. And then the roof is the corrugated plastic roof, and then the front looks the same as the back. So these are just the wooden plank station sort of pieces. So that's about it. And then I created, so with the llama's habitat, you can have guests actually walk around in there. So I just put a little path. And at first I did have it to where there was only one gate, but then my guests were getting stuck at the one gate because some people were coming in and some people were coming out. So I had to make two separate ones. So, so yeah. Okay, yeah. So now it's not snowing, so you can kind of see it a little bit better. But this is what the map looks like. But that's about it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry that I lost my recording and you can't see me actually build stuff. But hopefully on the next video that won't happen, and I can show you a speed build, or just talk through what I'm doing. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert builder at all, but this is just something that I think will be cool for our channel, just to get some different people. And also, I'm really enjoying this game, and I think this will be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more content. And I hope to see you guys soon.